so cute.
Just repeat the same things I say to you.
You just repeat the same things I say to you. Hi, honey.
Extra today.
I'm not extra. This is how I normally am all the time. What?
From the most analytical woman I've ever met in my life.
My sweetheart.
What?
We had a good day yesterday.
It was fun.
We watched Money Heist.
Yeah, that was nice.
There's like 40 episodes.
Oh, yeah, no. That shocked me a little bit.
I'm definitely going to finish it.
Oh, yes. I'm sure.
I mean, now that we know that the story comes to an end, and it's got to get better, right? Yeah, so I'm hoping it gets better. So,
whatever.
Yes.
I mean, it was recommended, so take it with a grain of salt.
Well, and it's always, for some reason, it's always on like Netflix's popular shows, and I'm just like, really? But it kind of reminded me, or just the dubbing reminds me of the 3%, which makes me laugh.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yes. So my bike ride this morning was good. It was very cold.
That's an understatement.
The worst part of it was the snow flurries. Like,
that's an understatement for that.
If it wasn't, because it made it difficult to play my tablet, because it kept like my tablet kept frosting over, like it would get like frost on it, and I'm just like trying to wipe it off so that I can play it. But in the very beginning, my fingers were completely frozen and my feet were completely frozen.
You're underprepared.
Yeah.
So then you had to come back in.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it was crazy though. Adding another coat made my hands feel better, I guess. But my feet were just really cold. I don't have enough. I have 2 layers of socks. Are 3 layers of socks a thing? Or
well, yes, but also you were in snow, so you actually needed boots instead of tennis shoes.
I can't ride the bike with boots.
I mean,
bike boots.
All tennis shoes.
Boot bikes
absorb moisture. Like much better than boots do. You know, boots are kind of made for all.
They like repel it.
You just need like some like mobile like Timberlands or something, like little female Timberlands, a little smaller.
Female Timberlands, he says.
I mean, compared to the guys, like the standard Timberland or the standard like work boot. What is it? The standard cat.
Well, that's what I want for Valentine's Day. Buy me some female Timberlands.
The Walmart boot. What is it called? Works.
Gigi's here. Says, "Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. How are you today? Doing great." Yeah.
You wouldn't wear them.
If it was snowing outside and I had to ride my bike, I would. Gail said, "Good morning, Autumn and Richard."
I'll hold you to that.
It is snowing.
Brianna's
here, says, "Good morning." Holly's here, says, "Good morning, everyone." Alyssa's here, says, "Happy Monday." You right. Sylvia's here, says, "Hello, good morning, happy Monday."
Good morning.
Gail says, "Oh yeah, how's the weather in Ohio? It is snowing." Oh, it's also snowing in Ohio.
The one who rode her bike in the snow.
I know, right? By your princess says, "Good morning, everyone." Erica's here, says, "Good morning, Whack fam." Nicole's here, says, "Good morning." Jessica L says, "Morning, y'all. Freezing here in Houston."
I definitely took footage of it.
It is snowing there in Texas, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's coming this way.
Yeah, some of it already came this way, but there is still a lot more.
Oh, yeah, it's coming.
Dre's here, says, "Good morning, all."
Happy snow
TC's
February.
here, says, "Morning, Gail." TC, what is your weather? Oh, it says, "Good morning, everyone." What's the weather where you are? Because we got snow here. How is it in Iowa? Do y'all have a lot more snow? So I would feel better if you had more snow than we did.
I think it went from Texas like through the.
But they had snow when we didn't get snow, so maybe it's still there.
Well, I don't think this storm is going that way. That's what I'm saying. They might still be recovering from the previous.
That's what I'm hoping. Yeah. Rhonda says, hello. You guys off today, had the grandkids all weekend and they wanted to stay today too. Nope, need my me time. You're right. Bye-bye. Hand them back off.
There you go.
Shantae's here, says, "Good morning."
And that's the best part of
grandkids.
Exactly.
And nieces and nephews.
Yes.
Beth is here, says, "Good morning, everyone."
And here you go. Back to your parents.
Let's see. Brianna said, "I have to admit, for longer than I would like to admit, I thought all southern states were warm. I didn't realize you got snow and super cold weather." Yeah.
Oh yeah, Brianna.
So first of all, that is what it's like. That's what it's like, whatever extreme you're in. Like when I moved to Minneapolis and I told them that I lived in Kentucky, like they thought it was Florida. They were just like, I was like, "Oh yeah, we get snow. You guys don't get snow in Kentucky." I was like, yes, we do.
Yeah.
It's cold.
That's the northern
it
thing.
never gets cold down
Yeah.
south. I was like, first of all, Kentucky's not in the south. First of all, get it together.
It's literally right on the line.
I know, right? Which just bugs me.
Technically, not anything.
Exactly. You guys, someone tell me where the origin of the word of the designation Midwest came from, because there is nothing about the state of Kentucky that has the word West.
No, we're not West either.
I know, but but like Illinois is the Midwest.
Yeah.
I say Illinois with an S. Illinois.
I don't remember that.
Is the Midwest. What is the Midwest? Why is it called that?
I mean, it's the mid and it's the West.
No, it's not.
Iowa and stuff like that.
No, no. That's not. That's like Central. I feel like Midwest would be like Nevada, because California is the West, and then this is the Central, and like Nevada's in the middle of the West.
I think West is very generous compared to East.
I think West
is like a big chunk of the country, and
I don't.
Smaller and smaller.
I
think West, once you hit like the desert,
I don't know where that came
I mean, it's
from.
all subjective, if you want to be honest.
Shantae said power's out. Oh no, where are you? That's horrible.
It depends on where you're from.
TC said
who you look at.
-7 here, and I don't even want to know the wind chill. Oh, my car whined this morning.
-7.
Yeah, in the front yard as well as over my knees. Oh, never mind. I take it back. I don't wish you actually were worse than you.
Oh wow.
Beth said Chef Michael couldn't attend this morning on Clubhouse because of the snowstorm in Austin. It is 6 degrees and without, oh my God, electricity or heat since 2 a.m. He's worried about his pipes.
Yeah, that's one of those things where you keep your pipes on overnight. You got to let that slow drip.
Yeah.
Slow drain so your pipes don't freeze.
Yeah, I noticed he wasn't on Clubhouse today, and I was just like, oh, where's Chef Michael? But I mean,
Clubhouse already?
There's a keto Clubhouse every single morning from 7:30 to 9:30 Eastern.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't stay on the whole time. I just be like, popping on and on the bike. Yeah. But normally Chef Michael Keto hosts it, and then Judith, the founder of the Keto for the Soul Clubhouse, they host it together. But this morning when I hopped on, it was just Judith. Although Jimmy Moore just got on Clubhouse, so he's been on Clubhouse for the last couple of days too. Wow. Jimmy Moore is like a huge keto author and stuff like that. Imagine. Yeah. So he just found keto, which is pretty cool. Jason Whitrock was on there like last week. I haven't really seen him since, but it's really funny because like we've been on Clubhouse for a while, and then like all these big keto people are starting to find Clubhouse, which is like it's really interesting.
That's just how it
Kathy P and AZ said, "Good morning, wackadoos. It's Monday," and she ain't taking any prisoners. You're right. Monday is like who next? Miriam says, "Morning, Whack fam. Miriam, you're here. Now I can tell you about the dream that I had about you guys 2 nights ago. I had a dream about you and Chris. For some reason, I was where you lived, which means it has to have been like Utah or whatever. But it really reminded me a lot of downtown New Albany, Indiana. I just want you to know that. Like, I feel like I had seen where we were before, but for some reason it was your house. All I remember is driving a long way to like an abandoned buildings, like parking lot. And then we all got out of the car. Like I drove, and then you and Chris drove. And then we got out of the car, and then we started walking to like a church or something like that. And the church was like 5 miles away. And I was just like, wait a minute, do we need to walk? Like we have our cars here. And you were like, yep, Chris has to get his miles in, his steps in. And I was like, okay, so now we drove here so that we could walk over an hour to this church. Okay, that's fine. But regardless, then we started going through some tunnels or something that appeared to be like the back stage of like a theater, because it was just a whole bunch of hallways and stuff. But then when we emerged from a closet, it was your house. Like we were in your house. And then you had all of these children here, which is like really closer to true to life. But I think there was more than 6 even, and you guys had like 4 cats, 3 dogs, and a duck. I specifically remember there being a duck in the house. And then you had these huge reptiles. Like, I don't know if they're real or fake. Like they were like mini crocodiles, but they were black, and their skin was spiky. And like whenever like one of them touched me, and it made my skin burn. And I was like, I'm sorry guys, I can't do this. And then you were just like, oh, it's just the little reptile. And you were petting it, and you were totally fine. And I was like, I gotta go. I cannot. And then we like continued on the journey, like back out on our walk. And that was it. And I was just like, What were those things? I don't even know what kind of animals they were. But it was, I mean, that's how vivid that dream was. And I was like, that is so weird. But you're in my dreams, girl. You're the girl in my dreams. That's all I got to say. Richard?
I have no idea what just happened.
That I meant to tell. It was like 2 nights ago. I meant to talk about it last night, but then, or yesterday, but I forgot. So yeah.
All right.
I know, right? Kathy P said, "Agreed. We're in the true Southwest. Midwest isn't West. Exactly. Midwest isn't a true thing.
That's very weird, but it is what it is.
I know, right? Kathy said the bears have the friends, duck, and dinosaurs. I know, right? They're like all the animals.
Aww.
Let me see. Gail says the Midwest thing always bugged me too. Years ago, I did read about how it came about, but I don't remember the facts. Well, thanks, Gail. Melissa's here, says, good morning, WAC fam. I hope everyone is doing well. Same Z's. Beth said, we have snow here too. I hate the cold. My daughter said this morning, I can't wait until this weekend. It's going to be warm. And it's only going to be in the low 40s. That's so funny. Yeah, basically. That's so funny. Brianna said, New York probably named it. Everyone is west of the northeast. I mean, which they're not even that far north at all. So Miriam said, Midwest is just not the East Coast. But then how is it West though? Some people wrote something. Let's see. TC said the first recorded use of the term Midwest to refer to a region of the central U.S. Occurred in 1886. Midwest appeared in 1894. Midwesterner. Ooh, I'm not a Midwesterner.
I mean, if we really think about it, maybe it was something to do with the first colony. Maybe because to them that was West. So they were like, it's West enough. That is the West. Until you actually started going further. And then you're like, wait a minute, it keeps going? Well, that's the only thing that makes logical sense. It's like they just named the West because it's west of you.
Exactly. You can't do that.
People in Massachusetts are just like, it's the West. Let's not even go try it out.
Megan's here. Says, good morning.
It's stuck. And then they're like, there's more West. If we just keep going this way.
Oh my God. It's like the further west. But I'm just saying, there's nothing mid even about where we are.
Well, I think mid might be the clarification.
We would be the,
like, just call it mid.
If anything, we would be the west east. But that's still no more west.
That's why
Rhonda said we're on a freeze warning today and tomorrow, starting 6 p.m. till tomorrow. We work from home today, which would have been Mardi Gras, not my thing. Yeah, my friend Chella is she's in New Orleans. Yeah. She put on her Instagram. These people were like playing like what are all the Mardi Gras instruments in their front yard. It's called a Yardi Gras. That cracked me up. But yeah, of course, there's no big parades and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, no, not for another year or two.
Yeah, exactly. I know, right? Like, I don't trust it at all.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that probably would be.
Shantae said, Autumn, your dream sounds like the Chronicles of Narnia. So, yeah, exactly. Emerging from a closet? I mean, pretty much. Says, gotta go, peeps. Have a great rest of the day. Stay safe and warm. Like same to you. Hi, Maitreya. Hi, LaShawn. It was really weird. Mom said, I made it to work in this foot of snow. It is not a foot of snow, Christina.
No, it's not.
It's not a foot of snow. But I mean, don't get me wrong. It's on the ground.
It's like an inch of snow.
Yeah, well, maybe it's like 3 inches of snow. Greetings and salutations, WAC
by the grass. It's like about an inch and a half at the worst.
Inch and a half at the worst. It's not a foot. It's not a foot of snow.
It's nowhere near 3.
Yeah, it's not nowhere near a foot. Maitreya said, I would be thrilled to be in the low 40s. It's so cold. Yeah, I mean, same. It was like 19 degrees and I was out there on my bike today. That
was very impressive, I might add. Like, wow, it's one of the reasons I could not do 75 hard. Like that cold exercise just
Miriam says I do want to duck though, but our city won't allow it. Did you say you said grind your gears, not ears?
No, ears.
Okay, good. I thought you said grind for ears, and I was like, that's not the saying. Joe is here. Good morning.
I'm pretty sure you're ready to correct.
You know, I keep my ears open before you say stuff wrong.
Yes.
So
I do mine for you as well.
Oh my gosh. Joe said, I want the 40s. It's 87 here already. Jeez Louise. First of all, that's hot. Secondly, like, don't brag. But like, thirdly, I know, like, it's always like a double-edged sword, you know?
It's probably really
it's either really cold or really hot.
It's probably humid. It's probably humid.
I totally feel
swampy.
Maitreya says, no, Kentucky's not part of the Midwest. Well, then that would mean we're part of the South, which I rebuke even more.
We just
so
had this conversation. We're not part of anything.
We're
literally in the middle.
But no one will accept that. I agree. That's what I would say.
It depends on who you
But people want to put us in a box, and I'm like,
who are these people?
My friends, yes. My friends in Minneapolis.
Well, I mean, but that's because I
kept trying to be like, no, we're not in the.
But I mean, it depends on where you're at as to where Kentucky is what I'm saying. If you're from Florida, then Kentucky is definitely not the South. It's up there.
But then they'll call that the Midwest.
That's what I'm saying. But if you're from New York, then
they'll call it the South.
That's why I'm saying we're right there. We can be wherever the heck you want to be.
Not here
like
for
one of those.
Kathy said you already
one of those mirage paintings.
It was.
Where it's like we're always. Be whatever size you want.
Oh my goodness.
Kentucky's perfectly in the middle.
D said, morning, good weathers. Last day catching on the live from bed. It's been fun, but back to work tomorrow. Well, I'm glad that you're still in bed. What time zone are you in? Because I always envy people that can stay in bed that long. My mind the wheels start turning.
It depends on what I did the day before.
Yeah, that's true. And it depends on what time I went to sleep that night. Yeah.
Oh, everything is relative.
Yeah. Erica said it's crazy how detailed some dreams are. Yeah, it was crazy. If I could if I saw the animal, the reptile that I dreamed of, I would be able to point it out, but I can't really describe it.
What are the I think I do know. It reminds me of the probably the How to Train Your Dragon.
I've never seen it.
You never seen that?
No. Well, why would I watch a cartoon?
His dragon was black.
I don't have young children in my life.
Cartoons are very fun.
And I don't know how to watch cartoons.
Cartoons are amazing.
No. Debbie's here says, hello, everyone.
Do not besmirch a cartoon.
I'm not besmirching. I'm just saying I would have no reason to watch it.
We'll fit them into your rotation.
Debbie said, we were supposed to get snow in Connecticut, and the storm went south. Oh, yeah, we got all of that.
Welcome to wind patterns. That's how it can be coming in.
You're right. TC said you have to remember that most of our Western states weren't even states when they came up with the phrase. I agree.
And then they made it up after the fact. That's why it's Midwest. It's because it's oops. Okay, well, let's call it mid now because it's in the middle.
Absolutely
it's the Midwest.
What?
That's what they were doing.
That's what they did.
Have you not heard how kooky the founding fathers were?
No.
They were kooky in the mud. Running around with wigs on?
D said Eastern time, just 100% not a morning person. That's crazy. I'm not a night person, so I feel that.
I'm a whatever.
Camille's
my job
here.
Makes me
It says, good morning, y'all. Glad I caught you. We're glad that you're here, too. So let's see. I am looking. Fee says, hey, y'all finally catching a live after a while. Well, we're glad that you're here.
Trail name states.
In the Midwest? So the Midwest, so get out. Good for you guys. Ohio, South Dakota. How's South Dakota in the Midwest? And Wisconsin, Iowa, North Dakota, the Dakotas, Indiana, Illinois. See, I know Illinois, Michigan, Nebraska, Missouri. So states that border us, but not us. Yeah. But we're not the South, though. So
we're perfectly everything and perfectly nothing.
And perfectly nothing. Exactly.
I love that. And I don't want to be in any group. I like
Gail said, speaking of funny dreams, the morning of my oral surgery, I dreamt that I had Costco cake. Go figure. That's a great dream. It is sad when you, it is sad when you realize that is a dream and not real.
Yes,
okay.
I've had that.
Joe says, as defined by the U.S. federal government, the South includes Alabama, Arkansas, Delaware, the District of Columbia. Delaware is the South. I'm not buying this.
Well,
Florida, Georgia, Kentucky,
Louisiana,
Maryland, Mississippi, North Carolina. Did you say South Carolina?
I know, I had North Carolina, but not South Carolina.
He had to keep going. Okay. North Carolina, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Virginia, and West Virginia. The
government definitely bumped the table. Exactly. The government boo!
We went up to Delaware.
What? You Maine in there? Can we delete these? No, they stuck. Well,
I guess Delaware's in the South now. You can't do that.
Somebody got grandfathered in on that one. Well, their grandfather was from the South.
You cannot do that.
Now Delaware's the South.
That's pretty funny.
It has to be.
So
it just shows you how silly some of these old thinking.
TC says, we're the northern edge of the banana belt. What in the Lord is the banana belt? I know what the Bible Belt is, but I don't know what the banana belt is.
I've heard of the Chitlin Circuit. I don't know what the banana belt is. Is it banana belt? When they start selling banana belts?
I have no idea.
Banana hustle. I got these 3 crates.
Joe said, I don't consider half of those the South, but Kentucky is in the South. Come join us. Never. I will never concede that Kentucky's in the South. But look, Louisville's not in the South, but then the rest of the state can be considered the South. I would say, knowing our state, we're probably more Southern than anything else. Yeah. But Louisville's probably more Midwestern. Louisville's that perfect little, I don't even say Midwestern, because we're like a perfect hodgepodge of everything. It's like a little north, south, east. Like we just mix a little mush of everything smushed together. Robin said, I saw on your website you do keto coaching. Where can I sign up for that? So I don't really have like a complete coaching program. It's more like accountability coaching. And that can be found on my Patreon. So what level, depending on what level that you subscribe on Patreon, we get like face-to-face calls once or twice a month. And so that's, usually how I talk to most people. I really don't know if I want to be an actual coach. There are so many awesome keto coaches already out there. And I'm trying to see if that's my ministry. Okay. Like that's what they love. No, it's not that. Because if I wanted to do it, I would do it. But I'm just saying, I'm trying to figure out if that's what I want to do. Like if that's how I want to contribute to and add value to the keto community. But I love holding, I love the accountability meetings that I have with people. Yes. And so, but if you're looking for like legit what to do, what to do, no, I exercise, that's not me. If you want some like, I can give you some ideas about that, or that's an interesting question. Let's talk through that. But like, I don't really give a lot of direction. I kind of talk about what I'm eating. Say like your personal thoughts, more like weekly pep ups and keep you on course. Yeah, kind of thing. Yeah, anything else. But there are like coaches, I guess, that do like the like meal plans, the meal plans and all that stuff. I'm more of a like teach you how to fish, not give you the fish sort of thing, So like I'm just such a huge proponent of like learning it, like internalizing it yourself, Oh my gosh, be quiet. Joe said, but then again, I live in the South, but I don't consider the South because most people down here aren't from here. Basically, the more north you go in Florida, the further south you are. Pretty much. I mean, it's basically like LA. TC said, culturally, do you think you're more Southern? Just curious. It's a retirement spot now. Well, I think the majority of Kentucky, which is rural, I do think culturally they're more Southern. But I think that the larger cities might be more like Midwestern in culture. I think our mentality, see, that's the thing, is like we're a hodgepodge. Yeah. Like our politics a little bit Western, Southern, like our mentality is Southern, or everything's just. Yeah, but we have like the Southern hospitality. Yeah, exactly. Like we got that part. Life kind of does move slow as it does in the South, but we're also like a kind of a more hurried pace though with that too. So it's like than everywhere else in Kentucky, Or the South is further south. No, you're right. Yeah. But once you hit that Florida, there's a certain point in Florida where there's a bunch of Northerners. The relocated Northerners out there. Yeah, no, I agree. The New Yorkers. I agree. I don't know how I'd feel to live in a place where everybody's from everywhere else. Yeah, because we were talking about living in New York, about how just most people are tourists all the time. All the major cities. And I'm just like, ugh. New York and LA. Like where your home's not really your home because you can't go anywhere without it constantly being crowded because like we only have that once a year, like pretty much on Derby, Yeah. But other than that, like we get to live in our home. No, in LA and New York, that is 24/7, 365. Every day there's a movie being filmed or a video being shot, or you got traffic being adjusted here, there, and everywhere. Alyssa said I would sign up for whack therapy. I know, like you guys, I'm still considering like how I want to, how I want to structure that. So you do have a very calculated mind. Beth says I'm new to Patreon and contribute to 2 people on there, you and Wes. I really don't know what it is and if the app is even something used. I mean, so you can just Patreon is like almost like a private Facebook. It's like we post things on there. Patreon exclusive things. I'm also a patron of Wes's too, so I get all of his notifications and stuff like that. I'm not as active on there as I would like to be. Like I said, I'm actually going to start even this month, setting up some like Zoom calls and everything for my patrons. Wow. Yeah, because I want to be more active on Patreon. That's a game changer. Yeah, right there. So that's what I'm starting. I contribute to 2 people on Patreon as well. I contribute to Wes, aka Highfalutin Low Carb, and AD Keto. I contribute to both of them on Patreon. Aaron doesn't post a lot at all, but I just as a person that supports other people.
Just love his children.
Yeah, so I love his children.
Want to make sure they're safe.
I basically love his children, and that's why I contribute to his Patreon.
I saw through all of that.
Let's see. Joe says, I hear you on the coaching. As your friend, I'm going to tell you that your ministry is this channel. Thank you. You're awesome at being inspirational and keeping people motivated. Thank you so much. Exactly.
So look at that.
I appreciate that so much. And like that's really where I want to approach keto from, is from a lifestyle inspiration standpoint. Because there are people that become coaches. There are doctors, like Dr. Berg and Dr. Ken Berry, that come from it from like a medical scientific standpoint.
Exactly.
I'm more of a like, this is showing you how I live in real life, So I show you the ups, the downs, the goods, the bads. Someone that like eats keto because, don't get me wrong, I love the diet and it showed me how to eat, but like I also love sugar and food, and I'm not gonna like pretend that I don't. You're also
honest with your conditions, like
exactly.
You're a food addict,
exactly.
Stuff like that. Like,
and I show you what it does to my weight because, like, look, I heard an amazing analogy about like getting to your goal weight.
Ready for this?
And eating on keto. I was on Clubhouse. And the coach I was hearing to, his name is Coach E. He's on TikTok.
That's easy to remember.
Yep, Coach E.
Yeah,
He likened weight loss to he likened weight loss on keto and like cheat meals to a bag of popcorn in the microwave. If you put a bag of popcorn in the microwave and you leave it there, it takes 3 minutes to pop, right?
Yes.
But if you keep opening the door to check on the popcorn and then you're like, oh, it's not done yet. Yeah. Oh, it's not done yet. Like it's going to take you like 10 minutes because you keep interrupting the process, right?
Yes.
That's what cheat meals and off-plan meals and just dirty keto, that's what not being focused does to your weight loss progress. It interrupts it. So imagine what would happen if you kept the microwave door closed all 3 minutes. Like you were just in the zone. You just did whatever it takes without interrupting it. You're going to get to your goal a lot faster than someone who keeps opening the door.
That is so true.
That's what I said. I was like,
that.
Brilliant. So what I'm doing, I know that like when I have my red days and even some yellow days, I'm opening the door. I'm just delaying the progress, But I know for a fact, the popcorn is gonna pop eventually. Yes. The only way for it not to pop is if I press that stop button and give up on the popcorn. So I know that I'm going to get to my weight, but I do know that by opening the door, it's going to take longer.
Which equates to just keep snacking. Those are all the snacks.
Oh, the snacks and the red days, exactly. Grabby grabs here and there. So it's just like keto works for you in whatever way you're working the program,
That's so
and
true.
So I'm just like, does it behoove me to keep the door closed for 3 minutes? Which like maybe that's like 4 months,
Did you just say behoove?
I know, right?
Oh my gosh. Color me impressed.
Because it's like, do I keep the door closed that entire time and just be super in the zone? Because like I just know I'm the type of person, I'm gonna open the door eventually, and then it's gonna be like overflowing.
I'm assuming in this scenario we're all really hungry for popcorn.
Does it work? Does it work for me? So like maybe I need to open the door every couple of weeks, and that might delay my progress for a couple of months, but when I get there, it'll be more sustainable, So that's the stuff I work through every day. So thank you.
That's the process.
This is my outlet for talking about it and, and just getting you guys' feedback. And I love sharing my journey with you, and it does keep me accountable and hopefully hold you accountable as well.
I think we're all building toward, according to your scenario, keeping that door closed for the full 3 minutes, right? But I think we're all victim of opening it at some point before the 3 minutes is up. No matter how you crack the door and like sneak a little bar out the corner, maybe nobody will notice.
Beth said, wow, that's a great analogy. Amazing. I know. When I heard it, I was just like, oh my gosh, that is brilliant. Fee said, mind blown. Beautiful. I've committed to stay keto until my birthday at the end of April. Awesome. That is amazing.
Yes.
So Kathy said, Richard keeps talking about actual popcorn. Doesn't that seem like the type of thing that he would do?
That's just a great story, though. I'm living in that world.
Yes, Gail said, love the analogy, Autumn. Oh, I loved it too when I heard it. I will attribute that. I don't know, maybe if Coach E made it up or if he got it from somewhere, but I heard it from Coach E. Yes. So yes, it was, that is exactly what I'm like. That's what I keep doing. I keep opening the door. But my whole thing is, I've done the leave the door closed. You know, I've done the deeper state keto. I've done the extreme restriction, and it never lasts. You know, like the results never last. You know, I get the results, but they never last, you know? Whereas now I'm trying to see, like, does it make sense to have, you know, the slower progress, but at least it'll be sustained, you know? But then part of me is like mad, like, dude, I'm sick of being in the 170s. I'm sick of being in the 180s. Like, I want to get back to the 160s and 50s, but like, how do I do that in a way that lasts, and how long is that going to take, you know? So I think about this stuff all the time. In addition to thinking about food, think about that stuff. So the
microwave door being closed all the 3 minutes is deeper state keto. That's
something like that.
100% goal.
Well, and that might even be like even more intense. That might be on like power 11. Like, you know, maybe keeping the door closed is just like eating keto. No yellow days. Like, maybe there's stall green days. You know,
lifestyle.
Yeah.
Not intense or nothing like that.
It's just
sustainable lifestyle.
I know, that's what I'm still trying to figure out. Like, what way of eating do I like that doesn't make me want to go off plan? And even then, when I do want to go off plan, like, that's just my mind. Like, what way of eating is it to where I can feel like I'm having those treats, but I'm still eating my plan? Because it is mental. There's a mental aspect of satiation.
It's all in between these right here, baby. It's all in between these.
Your ears are so cute. Gina said, love the analogy, hate popcorn. First of all, you a lie. Popcorn is delicious. So Beth said, I love that pink Fitbit band, Richard. Yeah, he's been sporting that pink band for a couple of days. So.
I change them up now that I got so many choices.
I bought him those for Christmas, right? Oh, yeah. I love that he changes those up. See, I'm the type of person, like, he switches them up every week. I'm the type of person, I will wear one until it gets completely faded and disgusting, and then I will wear the other one until it gets faded and disgusting. Yeah.
You never changed.
I never changed anything.
I told her this morning, I found a whole new pair of shoes in your closet.
Because
you never wear your new shoes?
So funny.
Well, because
we got our bathroom sink fixed a couple days ago. And in order to do that, the plumber had to go through the back of our bedroom closet in order to access the pipes. So we had to Richard and the plumber took all the clothes out of the closet. And Richard was just like, there's so much stuff in the closet you don't even wear. And I'm just like, I know. That it is me, you know.
There's so many other shirts and like outfits and shoes, and I'm like, why don't you like?
I'm just not that person.
Yeah, but I mean, when you looking at stuff, well, my bad. I don't care so much about the clothes, but like the shoes.
Because these shoes don't have holes in them, and and they still work. Maybe not in the snow, but I mean, you know, they don't hurt my feet. They don't have holes. Why would I just change to new shoes for the sake of changing the new shoes?
I got you, but I mean, arch support and like
they feel good, and when they don't feel good, then I will change them.
Okay.
Or when they get holes. All my shoes end up getting holes in the toes. That's really what happens.
I wonder why.
Because I use them just as much as I need to use them.
No, I got you, but like the older you get, the more you do. Support is important.
I'll give you some
good
sketches.
And worn in. Yeah. I mean, once it's worn, you can do that when you're a teenager.
Yes.
But the older you get, the more support matters. You know, the more you need to your back, your knees, your legs, your ankles. Everything.
Kathy said, I had keto cheesecake yesterday and my blood glucose was too high today. Black, now I don't want to eat anymore. Yeah, I want to get back to doing some blood tests and things like that too. It's important to me.
I know, you should. You got all these blood test models everywhere.
Debbie says, how about doing green or door closed till you get to that weight? I think that for me as well. I know, but like, what if that takes months? Can I do that? Can I? You know, that is what I'm thinking. But I was just,
oh my gosh,
I was thinking something similar. Like, I mean, look, I recognize that I've just got to go longer with like green days if I want to see any significant progress, you know, like, which I really think that yesterday, Saturday, even maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I think I've turned the corner in terms of not having these yellow days, you know, like yesterday was the first day that I ate my meal prep and was completely satisfied and being like, wow, I don't want anything else. Don't get me wrong. The thoughts of like, you should eat more. Like they just crept in, but I just knew that that's not what I wanted to do. I've just been struggling with it so much, but I objectively recognize that when I do better, I feel better, and I get better results too. Y'all been seeing how I've been like getting my little losses or staying the same, even on these eating days. Like that happens when you do better, like consistently.
He says she's been stress eating lately, and this group helps her out.
Awesome. Oh, yeah. Yes. It happens to all of us. Yeah, and you guys are watching me.
Not alone in that. Trust me that. Especially when it comes to stress, because stress can't really be like, it's not really controlled. You try to funnel it into creative, productive ways, but sometimes it gets all over the place.
Gina says, Richard, I changed my Fitbit band and screen protectors every day to match my outfits. It makes me smile.
See, thank you, Jenna. Finally, like mine's.
Dee says, easier said than done, but we really need to stop worrying about the number on the scale and start focusing on how we feel in our clothes and look in the mirror. I totally agree. When I say number on the scale, that is just my easiest way of summing up, like being looking and feeling how I want to feel.
You're already to that point.
I don't literally mean the number on the scale. I just mean like reaching my goals, basically.
You're already advanced enough to make that that means so much more than what it.
Exactly. So I don't look at the scale and think, am I a success or failure? But yeah, I do put on my shirts and I do, like look in the mirror and I'm just like, I feel better and I look better when I eat on plan longer, and that's just what I gotta do.
That's so true across the board, though.
Debbie said you can do it. I think I know how to maintain. I got that. It's keeping the scale going down. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm living in the life of someone who's trying to maintain their current weight, and that's not my goal. My goal is to lose weight or like maintain their current body, comp, and that's not what I'm trying to do.
He said she colored her hair hot pink as well.
Pictures or it didn't happen. Need to see it on
it's all about the color is beautiful. It's all about be your best self. Do not let nobody else tell you otherwise.
I know, right? Okay, you guys.
Does that don't matter?
I think I made. Look, guys. I would like to say I think I made major strides with my grandmother this morning, but I probably didn't. I was over there today. She baked biscuits, and she was getting the biscuits out of the oven, and she was like, "Do you want biscuits?" And I was just like, "No, ma'am, I don't want biscuits."
Does she not know?
She doesn't.
Going on?
She says you don't. She was like, "You don't like biscuits?" I was like, "I love biscuits, but I don't eat carbs." She says, "Well, what's carbs about biscuits?" I was like, "Grandma, the whole thing is carbs. The flour is what makes it carbs." She was like,
why you were so
she was like, "Oh hell yeah!" I was talking to her for so long. I was like, "Grandmama," I was like, "Grandmama, this is all sugar that you're eating." She had the nerve to say, "I don't eat. Well, I don't eat a lot of sugar, And I was like, Oreos, sugar. Your little Valentine's box, sugar. The jam that you're putting on the biscuits, sugar."
I think she meant the literal form of it. She's like, I don't use actual granulated sugar.
She said, "Well, then what do you eat?" And I said, "I eat beef and butter and eggs." She said, "Beef is not good for you." I said, "That's a lie." I was like, come on now. Everything you've been taught about nutrition is a lie. She said, "Beef is hard to digest." I was like, "No, it's not. Mary."
Just do ground beef.
And that's what I said. I said, even if, no, she doesn't eat beef. She said, they say beef is hard to digest. She don't eat beef. Like, because I mean, sometimes she'll make a pot roast and stuff. Like, she doesn't make it a point to eat that stuff. She eats ground beef. I said, "Grandmama," I said, "biscuits are sugar. Applesauce is sugar. Sliced bread is sugar." She said, "Well, what kind of bread do you eat, Autumn?" I said, "I don't eat bread." And she was just like, "What?"
So I had a fun conversation this morning.
Like, I just want to shake her.
Yeah, I had a fun conversation.
And I'm like, look, this is how people reverse their diabetes, and this is how people lose weight, and this is how people get healthy. She was just like, and then she took out some Bluebonnet. She was like, "What do you eat?" And I was like, "I eat beef, I eat eggs, I eat butter." She said, "You mean like this?" And then she pulled out this big brick of butter that she gets, that I was like, "Yes, this is real butter." She said, "I give this away every time I get it." And then she grabbed a thing of Bluebonnet, and that's what she was about to put on her biscuits. And I was like, "Grandma, look at the two ingredients. Look at the ingredients of butter, sweet cream, and salt. Look at this Bluebonnet. Hydrogenated oil, soybean oil, vegetable oil blend, emulsifier. You know, I'm just like,
hilarious.
I mean, like, I was just like, Mom, you're going to make my head explode. She was just like, thank you for the conversation.
Really great
I was just like, look, I'm trying not to get overly excited, but I was like, this stuff is not healthy for you.
So she eats like the margarine and like gives
and
the
thinks
actual
she's
butter
healthy.
away.
Exactly.
That's like one of those old grandmoms like you just like smoked every day. And like, I'm 100 years old.
That's what I said. I said, you know, I was like, but grandma, there's the exception. There's people that eat like you and live forever. There's people like smoke 2 packs a day and live forever. And she was just like, I don't smoke. That's bad for you. I was like, Mama, those biscuits and jelly and margarine is bad for you. She wouldn't see how they're the same. She said, no, smoking, there's nothing good about smoking. I was like, Grandma, there's nothing good about eating carbs and sugar. She said, it makes things taste good. I was like, Grandma, I can't.
I'm pretty sure that's what all smokers say too, right?
As I said, I was like, smoking makes people,
I
was like, smoking makes people relax.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
right?
I was like, that's why they smoke.
Pretty sure
everyone can rationalize their, you know, their everything.
Well, that's the fun back and forth though. See?
I was just, I try not to let my head explode. So Mom said we've all been bamboozled. I know, right? So
see, now she's sad with grandma.
Yes. Fee said the older generations think sugar is just candy. Exactly. Which she said, I don't eat a lot of sugar, but I was like, Mary, first of all,
everything up in this house is sugar.
Not even counting the carbs. I was like, you have a pack of Oreos right here. You have your Valentine's Day chocolates. You have these oatmeal cream pies. You've got to recognize that this is sugar. And even if you don't recognize that the applesauce and the biscuits are sugar, you got to recognize that these treats are sugar, you know? She's just like, I don't eat that a lot. And I was like, it's too much, regardless of how much you eat it.
Oh, they had a fun conversation this morning.
Yeah, I tried. So she said, well, thank you for the information. I'm going to watch TV. And she got her 3 biscuits and she got her jam, her 2 huge tablespoons of peach jam, and her Bluebonnet, and she just, and her coffee, and she went into the TV room and watched television. I was like, well, you do you know?
Yeah, she's lived long enough to go out the way she wants.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. You know, that's how it is, right?
I guess that's the reality.
They're just old people set in their ways.
I don't think that's a changing.
Yeah,
that's a change. I think she's looking at it as a slight against her now.
Yeah, so I was just like, I just want you to be, you know, healthy and happy. So there you go.
Well, none of those things.
Okay, so yesterday I ate 3,000 calories. It was delicious. Yeah. I ate 3,000 calories, and here were my macros.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so I ate, to be specific, I ate 3,035 calories. I had 246 grams of fat. I had 175 grams of protein, and I had 25 total carbs.
There you go.
I am all here for that. So yeah, I'm definitely here for all of that. So do you know what else I'm here for? I stepped on the scale today and it was 182.6. That's plus or minus 0 for eating 3,000 calories. I know, right? So I'm definitely here for that. I was, you know, I'm committed to eating good, and I'm committed to eating low total carbs. Yes. Like I'm committed to eating like 25, less than 30 total carbs. So I was happy about that. So yeah, exactly. So here's what I had. I had my Cello Wisps. Mm-hmm. I had 2 packs of those. So I had my cheddar and Parmesan. Then I had my egg which. And then I had 30 grams of pepperonis. Mm-hmm. So I made pepperoni chips in the microwave, right? And then it's just my regular meal prep. So then for lunch, I had 2 hamburgers with 2 slices of bacon each and 2 ounces of cheese. Nice. Then I had 2 brats with mustard. And then for dessert, I had 2.5 servings of moon cheese. Mm-hmm. And I had a peanut butter chocolate keto bar. That adds up to 3,000 calories. Wow. And it was great.
That sounds amazing. Very
Debbie said, now, will you be hungry today? No, not really. So.
Yeah, no, that's not the way you're built now.
No,
you like designed your body this way.
Yeah, my mind is it just doesn't feel bad on fasting days. Now, this past Saturday, I was supposed to fast, but my body was just like, growling, and it was like physically hungry. And I was just like, wow, okay, guess I should eat, you know? So I still had fewer than like 20 total carbs. I just made eggs and stuff like that. And it was good, but I feel good to fast today. Yeah. Now I might do all the way fasting or modified fasting, where I have like maybe like a coffee or something that has no more than like 400 or 500 calories. You can technically call it a fasting day. It's a modified fasting. If you have fewer than 500 calories, some days I've been really digging some coffee, like bulletproof coffee. Yes. Other days I've just had, you know, like water, soda, Jello, you know. Alyssa said, I remember when my mom started looking at carbs and was like, did you know Frosted Flakes has so many carbs? I was like, they're literally frosted with sugar. Pretty much. So yeah. Kathy said listening to your body is important. I know, right? Yeah, so, you know, I was proud that I ate on Saturday, but I was even more proud of what I ate on Saturday. I was like, I'm keeping it a green day. I'm not having any yellow days, right? So that's what I'm doing. Okay, guys. Well, we're getting out of here. Today is a shop day, so I gotta go to the shop.
Oh, crap, that is
I have
today,
an eye doctor appointment because you see my eye is still red.
Oh, crap, that's today too.
I know, right? So I'm going to the eye doctor today, and then I'm going to the shop.
You're leaving me.
Somebody come get him.
For a long period of time.
No,
I don't even know what to do with my hands now.
Every Monday.
What do I do with them?
Every Monday.
Ooh, that's so weird.
Oh my gosh. So everyone have a great day. We'll talk to you on Wednesday. Make the most of today and tomorrow, and we'll talk to you then. Bye.
Make the most of it. I love that. Do it.
Oh my gosh.
What? Force it.